Hello everybody, welcome back to the 100-person Rimworld colony. We got raided, and I have a story for you. If you've not yet experienced a 100-man raid, this is what one looks like. Honestly, I took a head count and I assume it's more like 50 to 60, but it was still scary nonetheless. We brought everybody inside, and then they just started tripping over all of our spike traps. So I think we did a very good job with the trap spam from last time. Very, very nice. Really beautiful to watch. Nigel Thornberry I accidentally left outside, so he had to tiptoe over the spike traps all the way back inside. But then they started setting the fields on fire. I thought they would just spend their time on the fields and then get themselves killed on the traps. We're also gonna have to reconsider how we use our power. Fortunately, I am rich enough now to replace it all. The Muffalo was not spared, but that didn't really make a difference. Mainly, it was poor positioning. I think overall, though, we lost about 4 people, like, in total from the entire raid. No, wait, 5. But that's pretty crazy out of 100. A lot of it was friendly fire, but, like, really looking back, too much of it was friendly fire. But I was terrified of the way that they were stacking up, so I just panicked. I think we need a kill box, but we need stronger guns, too, because if we increase the surface area, we probably wouldn't have stood up in melee combat against these guys. They got through too fast. Anyway, they started fleeing, and just, it was a lot of triage. Just a lot of triage. We tried to save a lot of them. We tried to remove the kidney of this one doctor. That one was friendly fire, but couldn't save him. So, it amounted to like 5 or 6, but we got a lot of use out of our crematorium. And we had to carry away all the dead bodies. Yeah, just piling them up. We couldn't have them in the entrance because it was making everybody upset. I actually put a sculpture outside because it was so ugly out there, and it continues to be ugly. But you know what? Hey, we made it through a 50 or 60 man raid, and we lost only like 5. We still gotta lower that because we're gonna have much more advanced enemies in the future, but things are stable again at long last, and we have another spike wall going up. I think I'm gonna make this spike wall even larger because, hey, you know what? Spam works against spam. Other than that, I sent out a few miners on an expedition for gold. Did manage to find some gold. Finally, at long last. It was right nearby our colony. Other precious metals too, or stones, jade, but some of it's guarded by mega spiders, so didn't have access to everything, but you know, we got the components we need. We got our multi-analyzer, and they came back okay. Other than that, winter's over. We're in April, May, so we can sow again. And we're just completing a few more upgrades to the base. Other than that, you know, just trying to set things out so that they'll be efficient in general. Expanding our walls. We found a new, like, cave in the inlet in the mountain. And I've been trying to set up a shooting range for my colonists. This isn't the final location, but that's all based on a mod. Kept moving back the corpses. And honestly, these guys get done with building projects in a snap. It's awesome. Finally got the fields resown. And now we finally got more advanced research. Okay, so my objectives for today are basically, once again, prevent Randy Random from cutting my entire colony's life short. To that end, we have created some training dummies that I have used with the miscellaneous training mod. I tend to use mods kind of selectively. I want to make sure that I'm doing something really simple that I fully understand before I bring it in, just because a lot of people ask me about mods, why I don't use more of them often. I am using one because I think it's fair that they should be able to train a little bit of their melee, and we have major break risks and a colonist, and you're just, okay, this guy went mad, and why are you standing on that trap? Please don't do that. Okay, so, train our colonists to help prevent them, or help them prevent military disaster. We did get slightly better with this, and I think that the trap spam is working for right now. Randy's gonna keep on sending us just spam, so I'm gonna answer him with more of my own spam, because that's the only thing that works against spam. Unless if you have really highly advanced technology, which we're working toward right now with our researchers and in our workshop, but it's gonna be a while before we can craft any of that stuff meaningfully. So I'm just going to keep on researching and try to get better metals out of the ground. To that end, I want to make sure that we have metals out of the ground, so I've sent out an expedition into the world. They can't be at abandoned settlements as far as I know, something I just learned, but I'm going to have to set up a new settlement here and just hope that there is metal in the ground that we can use. A tantrum on Legolas. Okay, Legolas has an LMG, so we probably don't want to fuck with him. Let's, Fortunately, though, Tantrum does not, or they never take out their ranged weapons on each other, which is great, because then I would have to keep on arming and de-arming and rearming everybody, but he is around some very expensive stuff right now, so I would like to prevent him from you put down what you're doing, too. We really need to stop him. Okay, great. Everybody's undrafted. One of you pick him up. This stinks, because it's very easy for me to remember that Legolas has the LMG, so now somebody else is going to have to take the LMG. Is there anyone else with a recognizable name around here? Okay, no. Alright, so we'll just put the LMG back into storage. Anyway, getting advanced bulk goods trader. Okay, that's great. Getting advanced components would be the next great thing that we could do. That and just a lot of other components in general. Let me just handle this trader for 1 second. Wow, we found a trader who's willing to buy corn. This is fantastic, so I'm going to just go back out. I'm going to have my colonists haul a lot of corn here because we have a crap ton of corn. I don't want to give it all away, but we have the means to make a lot of food, and we will probably have a great year, too, in terms of our harvest. So I figure we may as well get some components from this guy while we can from a bulk goods trader. Okay, we got a daze, that's fine. I'm just going to have everybody stop sleeping and haul the corn here for a moment. Okay, well, it looks like we're going to be able to get at least one advanced component off of this trader, which is fantastic, because we really, really need that. In terms of chem fuel and neutroamine, I think I'll get a little bit of it, and I actually did have a lot of gold just fall out of the sky, so I'm not going to worry about gold just yet, but I think we'll leave it at that. Maybe I'll get a little bit of chem fuel. I can't really think of what I'm going to... And we could make chem fuel, too, I believe. Neutroamine, I'm not going to get because I just couldn't produce it in the quantity... Or I couldn't produce medicine in the quantities that I could ever possibly want to make it. Oh, you would not put it right down next to all the traps. Whatever, that's fine. Okay, so we got more or less what we needed from this trader. I'm going to just tell you to all to stop doing this. This is now normal priority. Let's take off raw food. Let's allow almost everything except for anything that we do like that. Okay, great. So yeah, pretty much getting these guys to mine this area and getting any more of those advanced components that we need. Now, how many do we need? We need 2 advanced components to make a fabrication bench, which would really be all I could ever want. We have that. We'll get more components from our trip. Really, we're going to need more components because we're going to have to keep on rebuilding all of these power structures as we go along. Unfortunately, we don't have a geothermal vent here, so I won't be able to contain this power source inside of our base until our base eventually expands out there, which is going to be a large operation indeed. But I don't know, I'm just trying to think of the other things that I could counteract. Really, I'm just hoping that they grind their planting skill, because I think massive medical death would be the most crippling one for me. And I think that the military one, we could, you know, like our final military is going to look something like, you can just have a tantrum in your room, that's actually quite fine. But our ultimate military goal is going to be something like this. Have a gigantic wall of spike traps just like this on the outside, and great, there is a shoot frenzy. I would say about 6 to 7 layers thick. I'll probably keep it in wood, because we can always just plant more trees. Yes, they do take time to grow, but we can plant more of them. And it's not as difficult to haul back as stone. I'm getting to the point where I'm thinking, I might actually run out of stone on the map eventually. I guess until we get quarries, but nonetheless. Giant layer of spikes, and then maybe one large kill box right here. We'll, like, take out some of this, and we'll put one obvious door that they could come to, and then all my colonists could line up around that and shoot anyone who comes in. I'm thinking some combination of those things will probably keep us safe. So for today, it's mainly just... Ooh, great, the infirmary is not completely full. For today, it's mainly just watching these guys as they mine and getting in and getting out of this area very quickly, because we don't want them spending a lot of time in here. They can get raided when they're on a mining trip. and I pick people with decent weapons, but they probably won't be a match for anybody who comes along. So let's just continue sprucing up the base, and then set off that expedition on the right note. Okay, so we finally had the caravan arrive at its destination. Let's settle this area, and a map should be generated for us. Now, I don't have sleeping rolls for every single one that came, but we can make a couple of beds, and for that reason, I've had... What is it? It takes them, like, less than a day to travel back and forth anyway. Okay, so we've got a decent amount of things on here. We've got a few components. We could take those out of the ground. We don't really care about the stone. We really just want steel and any other precious metals that we can find. Really, a lot of steel would be fine, because I can always use it to make more components where we're going. But I'm just going to go through the rest of this map now. Is that... Okay, that's also stone. Wow, this looks like a pretty awful place for the most part. We can get more components there. I just want to prioritize things that are close to their sleeping spot, because we don't want to stay here for very long, because if we do, we'll get screwed really bad. So let's just take out this. I'm not even going to worry about undermountain or infestations or anything of that nature, because we're going to abandon this colony soon. Now, unfortunately, I can't go back to the other places. Let's also... We have a constructor here, so we may as well put him to work and just diversify what they're doing. We'll have him remove this floor. We don't care about that, and we also don't want anything that's too heavy that they can't carry it back. So we're mainly here for the I'll see how much steel they can haul back. Though I've got to keep in mind that they've got to haul all this stuff back on their backs. And they have to do it within, I would say, like 5... I really don't want to stay any more than, like, 3 days here. That would be absolute max. Only because bad things can happen in that time if I am not careful. So I'm just going to have them mine out all of this stuff. I'll set up a few stockpile zones. I think I might even... you know what? I might just have them stay in a room that's here already, just so that they can minimize the amount of time cutting plants, and then head back. I'm just going to also specialize a few of them. I think I brought too many cutters. I really should have put some of them on construction. Since we're pretty much only deconstructing, I could have them do that as well as cutting. Okay, let's set them off to work. Okay, so I've had these, like, this party of miners just set up a small sandstone room for themselves with a stockpile at the front. They shouldn't use that. They're going to make that into a door, and they should finish off their work pretty quickly. Now, I wish that I had brought them a little bit of smoke leaf. I didn't really expect this, but it looks like... I guess he just randomly got psychotic wandering. One nice part is that they have extremely low expectations again, which we are not experiencing in our main colony. Because there's no structures built on this map, except for what we have. So we'll have that 30 buff for pretty much the entire time that they're here. I think the entire time that they're here. So it's just going to be a little bit of hauling. Hopefully this miner will not be in a daze. I think I'm just going to set everybody else off to mining, too, if they have any time to do it. Miner 4. You miners can mine. And then if anything else goes wrong, screw it. I'm pretty much just going to automate them, though, because it doesn't look like that there are any mega spiders on this section of map, which usually there are a lot more mega spiders, and I'm having to dodge around them to get any of these minerals out of the ground. But other than that, I think that things are going pretty swimmingly back at the main colony, so let's go check that one out. We've also got a little bit more steel. Really, the steel would not be too bad. Mainly I'm here for the components, but I'm just going to grab it while I'm here. And this is an easy win right here, so we may as well take this too. Okay, let's head back home and see what that's like. You can manage, I think, as many as 5 colonies, which would drive you insane. But fortunately, you get notifications from each colony as they come in. And this is all vanilla. There's a setting that you can change in vanilla to allow yourself multiple colonies, and I think, hey, why not? Okay, so let's get smoothed surface on all of these. I might end up moving out these training dummies in time, but I'm like, you know what, they work perfectly fine there. Mainly, you just don't want a wall behind them, and I wanted to be careful that there weren't any mountain overhead walls, because I don't actually want them to destroy walls with mountain overhead by missing enough arrows. Let's see, did that LMG go somewhere? There is just an LMG floating around somewhere in the colony. That does not make me particularly happy, considering the fact that there is a prisoner who is constantly going insane. This is weird. He's out of his bed. I really should make a proper prison. It's just that I'm not going to ever get that many prisoners. So I'm like, what's the point of beginning now? Oh, man. Okay, granites. Ooh, granite large sculpture. This one came out excellent. We should do that in here. I think there is one more level of impressiveness. Now, I don't remember all of the levels of impressiveness right off the top of my head, but I believe that there is one more we can still go up in our dining room. So we may as well, now that we have 318 marble and all of this time on our hands, let's deconstruct. We'll do it one by one with our tables so that I don't do anything stupid. We'll deconstruct the tables. We'll leave the stools there, though, because we are really low on. We have no wood, right? Oh. Yeah, we'll leave it just at that. And then what else can we do? We're slowly burning away these corpses so people are not going crazy as they pass them in their work throughout the day. Roomba. Okay, Roomba is doing the cremating. Great job, Roomba. What else? I really want to lament the loss of Nigel Thornberry from this colony. I think he was my favorite name for a colonist ever. And just let everyone go smashing. Jeez. And now we have no animal person, except we really don't even need an animal person because all of the animals on this map just die whenever we come near them. Is there much wildlife? Wow, the wildlife significantly replenished itself. Sad wander on Old McDonald. That is not that bad. All right, let's check out what's happening on the other colony. Great, they're actually getting a lot done right here. I think that steel was a quick and easy win. Now they've got they're putting away the corn and the steel. It's mainly just a lot of walking time. And a lot of the corn that I brought was pretty shit. I might want to prioritize them on hauling that stuff. Okay, you know what? Haul back the corn. No, that one's in good condition. I'm going to have them just haul back the corn before they get to work on anything else, but I don't like this because it's kind of a waste of time. And they could be getting medals right now, but I may as well just have them do this rather than, starving on their way back and not having anything. Okay, another thing that you can get is events in the area that you settle. Really, anything that goes for your normal colony goes for here, too. So we got more medicine, which is actually quite fantastic because we need that at our main colony, too. But I'm starting to think that this is going to be too much stuff to carry back. So honestly, I'm just going to skim we'll just take that one steel. We're mainly here for components. That's, if we get anything, we'll get the components. And you know what? Maybe just the steel that we deconstructed is going to be more than enough for them to haul back. Because that's, that's like the size of a whole building. Let's get the components, get the food hauled, check the weight, and then get out of here, I think. Sure enough, as I predicted, back at the base, Roomba has gone crazy. Probably because he has seen just tons of rotting corpses today. And now they're all rotting. It's getting, exponentially harder to bury these things. I wish that I had put the crematorium in here, because then it would have been less of a walk. And I realized that burning corpses now is going to be a major job, so now we need to wait longer with the components. But if you do ever manage to get this point naturally in your Rimworld colony, whether it's by starting with a scenario like this or just gaining tons and tons of colonists, burning a lot of bodies en masse becomes a major concern because you just have so many dead bodies around. I think there are even more over here. No, we did bring back those dead bodies. Okay, so then we have all the dead bodies in one place. But mainly just getting them out of sight of my colonists has been my primary concern. Okay, let's keep on mining out this steel. I cannot believe how lucky we were not to get any mountain overhead on this steel. We may get close to bringing this to the rest of our colony, but I'm probably just going to leave it there because I don't want to give raiders access to this part of the base. Or we could just extend the entire base to this entire area. I will definitely end up doing that because we're just going to keep on expanding. Losing 4... How many did I lose? 6? 6 is... it does seem like a lot now that you mention it. Maybe I should try recruiting more people to make it back up to 100, but what am I calling it? The 96 colonist playthrough? Okay, let's check on our other colony. Whenever you get bored of one, try the other one. Yeah, hide in room, that's fine. Fortunately, I do get these notifications from around the rest of the world. Okay, good, that's probably enough corn for you all to survive for a couple days. Really just enough to get what I want you to get. And I don't want you to waste any more time here. I'd rather have some corn spoil and them not get raided than the other way around. You see what I'm saying? Like, if they, you know what? Finish this off before you go to bed. I should have had him do that before. I don't think that we have any wood in storage. And this is not good. We have visitors. I don't like the number of events that are happening in this colony. I just want it to be quiet and everybody gets out of here alive. I don't want visitors. I don't want anybody here. Though these visitors may actually be able to trade something to me, but I can't really think of anything that I'd want. They probably don't have any advanced components, and come on, finish this off before... finish this off so that we get at least a sleep in room buff. Ah, God. I botched this. 3, 2, 1, there we go. Roof it, roof it, roof it, roof it. There we go. Sleep, get in bed. And whatever. The entire place is on fire. Fortunately, we did build that out of sandstone. Sandstone. What do you have? We can make great bows. Herbal medicine is nice, but honestly, I don't want to trade them anything, and they aren't willing to buy anything that I have, so screw them. Alright, we'll just mine the rest of that. Why are you sleeping there? Did I bring... Oh, I didn't count... I did not count 6 colonists. Okay, let's give him a sleeping spot so that he does not sleep out in the open tomorrow night. He will be stressed, but fortunately, their very low expectations will probably keep them through this. We just need to get them all out of here alive now. Okay, I think we've got two more places where there's compacted machinery. We're just gonna get the rest of that and then get the hell out of here because I don't like this place. I'm getting the creeps staying here. I'm not even gonna get them to get in the rest of the corn because it's all about to deteriorate. I think that they'll have enough to get back. Yeah, that's plenty of corn for the return journey. They managed to get 6 components and a lot of steel. And hey, we picked up 10 or 11 medicine or whatever it is in the meantime, so that's not so bad. One guy went into a psychotic wander, so I think when we keep pace with that, when he comes out of that state, we will probably run back. If not, we will just beat him up. So I think I'm going to give them like 12 more hours here and then tell them to beat it. Let's go back to our main settlement, where Builder 2 is now finishing off the second marble dining room table. Ah, this one only got only normal quality. Yeah, it's fine. Extremely impressive. This room is really, really nice to them. They like it in here. They've also got television now too. We want to give them flat screen. Why is flat screen TV so much better than... Oh, yeah, we are going to want to probably address this. Who is shooting right now? Why don't you just not shoot for a second while they are finishing that off? Okay, so a little bit more construction. And one thing that I've tried to prevent, if you can notice, is... Ooh, social fight? Yeah, that's fine. They will get over that. Ah, I see they are gaining some individuality with those masks now. Interesting. Oh, good. They're actually getting wood back so they can create another set of trap spam. Major break risk? That's fine. Okay, great, and we're almost done clearing out all of the dead bodies, and now there's a new person because there's so much turnover on that job. Oh, why are you... Oh, he's down because he's down from the social fight? You better rescue the guy you just downed. Jesus. That's crazy. Spacecraft landed nearby. Okay, great. Alright, so then we're gonna get more machinery from that. Now, I still don't think that we can make any... Because you need a fabrication bench to make advanced components, so we're still stuck waiting on those traders. I might send out a caravan, but there's really no guarantee that we'll get an advanced component. And I don't really want to send them out with enough riches for things that I might need if a trader comes and passes by here. So I think we're kind of stuck waiting on a trader again to get that fabrication bench going. So what I want to do at this point is to just continue spamming traps out in the world and then make this into some semblance of a kill box so the next time that raiders come in, we, instead of shooting each other with friendly fire, we can concentrate our aim on the raiders. And I think I'm also going to make this area right here into a trap hallway that leads into this. Okay, I'm honestly just getting a feeling of foreboding with them being here, so at this point, these guys are hauling back components. I think I'm just gonna hightail it out of here. We're gonna get about 20 components out of this run, and if we can haul it back, I don't know if we'll be able to, but 419 steel might not be able to haul all that stuff back. If these guys can't take it, or I'm just gonna wait for them to come out of their dazes, but if that doesn't work out, I might just punch them back to their senses. Yeah, as long as they can... Yeah, they should be able to walk if I do. I'm just going to figure it out. Get them all to come back, because I don't like staying away from home for too long. I feel like I'm going to get raided just by the frequency of events that have been happening here. So let's move them all out. As soon as you put down that component and that one. I got 22 components. That's better than I could have ever asked for. Let's go B. Whoops, not B. Form caravan. Bring everybody back out. Bring back... You know what? I don't even care about the sleeping bags at this point. We could take the time to dismantle... well, yes, we will need food. I don't know why. I'm just getting kind of antsy. I want to get out of here. Okay. 4.1 days of food. That's going to be fine. Because we'll have tons more cloth very, very soon. We're just going to wait for these guys to come out of their daze. Are they going to be out of their daze soon? Maybe one of them will come out of their daze. Okay, while we're waiting for these mental breaks to end, we just built a horseshoes pin so that these guys wouldn't all lose their minds. This is probably one of my least favorite parts about caravan formation. We could beat one of them down, but then the other ones might... I don't know what's going to happen then. I don't want to beat up a guy to get him to come back to camp, so I think we're just waiting on Cutter 9 and Cutter 8 to stop wandering around in dazed confusion, so then we can finally bring back... well, what did we even get? We got like 400... Yeah, we got like 419 steel, 22 components. Like, this will have been worth it, especially for the medicine, too. I didn't expect that. But once they come back to their senses, we're heading home again. And home is... Things are going well here. We're getting more spike traps up. We're getting a 4th layer. I think once we get like 6 layers of spike traps, I will feel safe at last. I will feel safe. But we're also going to want to keep on covering these inside walls. It's going to take a painfully long time to keep on constructing them along here. I'm wondering if there's a better way to do this. Like, the way that enemies lined up the last time was they all wanted to come down this central corridor. So I could probably make the hallway shorter. That might get them to just come through the hallway instead. Or I could get rid of one of these doors here at the end. You know what? If they do that, I'm honestly kind of curious how they'll come in. So maybe I'll get rid of that door and see what happens there. Oh, and we got a transport pod crash. Diver. Okay. Female space refugee of Weirwader. Age 40. Now, she will probably just go back to her faction if she gets... Whoa, ambrosia addiction. Don't love that. And she is Hauler 8's... it's the son of... Oh, wait, he? Diver is... Okay, I always mistake their gender when they come down from the sky. Okay, so he'll be pissed if this doesn't happen, but it doesn't really mean that they'll have a connection or anything. Okay, well, we do have another bed, so we may as well give it to them. Let's just rescue. Otherwise, that's pretty much asking Hauler 8 to get pretty upset. It's kind of funny when relations of these colonists come down because they actually have names, whereas my colonists are just like a number. Jeez. Alright, let's just keep on spamming out wooden spike traps until I feel safe at long last. Honestly, that's pretty much all I can do until we get everybody a machine gun. Also, deconstruct this door, so then hopefully that will slightly change the chance of them coming in through here. Otherwise, I might deconstruct a door over there too, because I'd rather them come down this trap hallway rather than have that big stack of enemies that we did before. Okay, can we get everybody out of here now? Nope, they still have not come back to their senses. Alright, I'm going to zoom up to whenever I get this caravan formed. Okay, this is really weird. We have a psychic drone in our other colony, but it doesn't extend to this one. So, I don't know, maybe like if you have more colonies, the events spread out so you could diversify and maybe hope that some of your people don't go crazy. It looks like Cutter 8's come back to his senses too. So what's he doing now? He's going to consume the corn. This is just, we're just going through corn right here. I don't like the way that this is working. I'm going to have them harvest these berries too. Just because I might have to have them eat berries on the way back if this doesn't work out. I mean, that wouldn't be so bad. Actually, berries are a better food source, and the only reason I used corn was just because we had a lot of it. Honestly, I'm just going to give them this so that they're preoccupied with something else. And then, Cutter 9, please come back to your senses. We have to go now. Okay, we have to go now, so I just had them beat up Cutter 9 because the low psychic drone might drive more of my colonists insane. So at this point, it's more worth it to just take the slower walking speed, even if they have something wrong with them. Okay, we're gonna bring back, oh wait, we gotta wait one more second. Go back into the colony, wait till they've set him down in his bed, and then, come on, really? This is the major problem with caravans, and honestly, I hate this. I hate this. You should behave like adults, and you should leave rather than doing that. Okay, they're gonna have to carry back 2 people. This is a pain in the ass, but I really don't see much way around this. Because otherwise everyone was just going crazy. It's only the people who have gone through a catharsis that are going to be okay for this. Yeah, catharsis. So they're going to be carrying everybody back. And this guy's only okay because he's also had a catharsis. So, Christ. All right, we're getting back home one way or another. Okay, the one thing that I hate about Rimworld, and there's not a lot of things that I hate about Rimworld, but there is one thing, is the fact that these guys wander around when they're forming a caravan. These 2 guys are carrying out these guys who are all mentally unstable to kidnap them back to our base, but then for some reason these guys are just wandering around here, and they're getting lower and lower moods, and honestly, if one of them stays like this, I might just leave him here and, like, leave him to die, because the components are perhaps more important than one person. And if he does stay here, I won't abandon the colony, but I will eventually, if he comes back to his senses, just have him get a bunch of berries and then get himself out of here, because it pisses me off. I don't understand why they don't... I guess I could draft them, but I don't really see the... I don't see why they don't just do it on their own. Like, why don't they... Go to the edge of the map, you numbskull. Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can manage this, and if not, then I'm just gonna do something stupid. If you do know how this works and I'm being an idiot, please let me know. And if I do have to draft them, because it's annoying. Okay, so for some reason when I auto-set them to make a caravan, one of the guys healed in the other guy's arms. One guy fell down at the edge of the map. And then they did that. So I guess they just... It took them longer, but honestly, I don't see how that's efficient. Anyway, they are now... Oh, okay, you're going that way to get... That's fine. Alright, that's fine, whatever. Oh, because they can't go through that mountain because it's impassable. But couldn't they have gotten the... whatever it is. I'm just gonna forget about this, hope that they get back. And let's go back to our own base, and we are abandoning that colony, too. So let's just... because there's really no... Well, actually... You know what, if I don't abandon it, I don't want to cheese the game, but there might be more events there, and then that would be okay, because they would never matter, because they aren't happening to my main colony, because nobody lives there. I'm going to try it out and see if it works. Meanwhile, these guys have no bedrolls, but that's fine, because we can just remake them as we go back. Hopefully they won't all go crazy. Okay, let's keep working on that trap wall. Okay, we finally got deep drilling. Build deep drills for extracting resources from underground. You'll need a ground-penetrating scanner to find these resources, so I figure we may as well get a resource scanner too, so that we at least know what's underground. And then after that, advanced fabrication would give us... We could make advanced components, which would be insane, but is going to be pretty much useless to us for right now, for a little while, until we actually have that fabricator bench. So let's get the ground-penetrating scanner. We'll probably end up needing advanced components for that. I don't even know exactly what goes in there, though. Honestly, I don't know how to use this stuff. A lot of this stuff is new to me, so I'm just going to be experimenting as I go. Mineral scanner, that's for the long range. That's for figuring out what's on the rest of the map. Honestly, I need to look this up. Okay, so we don't have the components that we need to make a deep... And, whoa, where is it from? Ah, great. Okay, so we're getting raided on the map where there's no one left. Well, you can come in all you want, but there's no... it doesn't even make a difference because we have abandoned this settlement. I was right, Randy does trigger events on places that you've abandoned. I want to see if this persists, so I'm going to leave somebody here, but it's only one raider. It's not like the 100 that you would expect from our main colony, so that's fine. You can just stay there, Gray. Bye-bye. All right, let's go back to our main colony where someone is having a food binge. Can't remember what I was saying. Oh, yeah, deep drilling. So deep drilling is going to be important because it's going to be a new source of steel and other important metals. We need to have it hooked up to power, but we also don't have components, and we want to know where these resources actually are, so we still need that scanner. For which I think we're going to end up needing advanced components or something. Anyway, it's a lot more research to get to that, too, right? We still need... Yeah, oh, well, it's not so bad. It's only 1,000 research, so we should get there within a couple of days. But the fact of the matter still just is that we need advanced components if we want to make a lot of this stuff, and we don't even know where minerals are. So we can't really do anything. We're stuck until we get one more advanced component, and then we can do fabrication... And then we'll need advanced fabric. Ah, man, we need so many things. After this, we'll have components. We'll have components, so that would be great just for making guns and stuff. But guns just aren't enough anymore. Man can't get by in the world today with just a gun anymore. Alright, let's reinstall these traps here, because I think I'm going to make this section here into a kill box, since enemies seem to be throwing themselves into it. Okay, we got a cargo pod with flake. I think I'm just gonna burn the flake outright because it's one of those drugs that is like highly, highly addictive. I think it gives them like a real high when they do take it. But yeah, pain times 50%, recreation has, yeah, so it's, honestly, this is just more of a bad thing. It's very addictive, very powerful. I'm not gonna use it at all. And I also just took another look at my kill box area, and I'm thinking this. Let's see how enemies react to this walled off spot being gone over here, and then let's make this one small area right here into sort of a kill box. So I'm going to deconstruct all of this. I'll probably replace this area with sandbags. I'll put doors here, and then I'll make it so that they can stand and shoot from here, so that if they do come through, we could just quickly deconstruct the wall, maybe, and then start shooting them in this area. It's going to take some quick thinking, but I think it will look more elegant than what I have right now. So I'm going to go through with it because I think beautiful defenses have merit just in the way that they look. Now we do have some steel. Should we? Yes, we will be okay with steel for right now. So I am going to go through with sandbags right here. We could use hunks, or not hunks, chunks if we needed to. Oh, more spacecraft. Did not notice that. I'm satisfied with their damage. I've not had that result yet. And shot Frenzy on Smith 3. WebMD got an what from? From a fight that... Ah, that sucks. Do we even have medicine right here? No, so we won't even be able to heal him with that medicine. We are getting medicine soon, though. There we go, Diver's healing up. Okay, that's good. Should we cut off Diver's legs for the ambrosia addiction? It's a massive, massive addiction to ambrosia. And we don't even have any ambrosia. We can't just be like, alright, see ya, sorry, it's not our problem. But we have a really good hospital. I think that WebMD's in good hands. Oh, I forgot to take my farmers off of doctoring. Wow. That would have been bad. Let's take all armor, farmer, Old MacDonald. Hello, I'm Old MacDonald. I'll be your doctor today. Farmer 1, goodbye. Nope, I need a real doctor in there. Who is occupied by WebMD. Alright, I'm gonna find a real doctor. I'm gonna bring back these other colonists, and then we're gonna get our base actually organized. There is a fire at our mining outpost. It just appears that they destroyed all of the beds. I'm just going to deconstruct those. Delete this. And now there's... everything here is completely inconsequential. We are just looking at we are looking at a nature simulation at this point. These guys have 1 day of food, and they'll get back in 0.9 days. Okay, so then they should, you know, barring anything that goes wrong, just barely make it back with enough food. So that's more or less what I expected from them. Everyone else here is doing good. Okay, there is the LMG. Where is Legolas? Let's get him back his arms, because I did not expect him to go crazy with the LMG in his hands. Alright, fire, low medicine, extreme... that's fine. Okay, at this point, what have we done? We didn't get the advanced components that we needed today. I did want to get advanced components, but I did get one. I think I'm just going to have to wait on a trader for the other one. We did set up everything that we need for shooting training, and they're shooting this wall back here, but it's doing damage to the wall, but it's not going to cause infestations because there's no unroofed mountain overhead spaces there. We went on our mining expedition. That did work out more or less well. They're returning from that safely now. We got more trap spam, so we're ready for another giant raid like that, and we might have a kill box here, or the beginnings of one, and I think it's looking cooler and more professional slightly. Not by a lot, but I kind of want to see how their pathfinding goes once they get through this place. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there because that's plenty for one day. And as always, I really, really appreciate any of the tips and feedback you guys give. I've not had time to get to every single comment over the last few days because it's just insane. You guys are the best. I can't believe the good response to this series. I'm really, really motivated to do more like this. And it's honestly, like, I had to look back in my memory and I'm like, why do I make gaming videos? And it's to do bullshit like this, which is awesome. So if you like this as much as I do, thank you. I don't know, I'll take any other suggestions. I've been getting a lot of mod suggestions, but if you have any, like, weird, interesting challenge, and one I want to do is Oregon Trail with, like, everyone is 5 years old, or 65 years old, or with no food, or something weird like that. So, I don't know, I'm just looking for other strange gaming challenges, because it engages me. Anyway, thanks for watching, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.